Okay, moving on to insertion at position n. So again, if I ask you to insert an element x at the nth index in an array, it would be very easy. You would just do array of n equals x or something like that, a very simple thing. But in a linked list, like I said, because the data is not continuous, there is a problem. So what is the information we've given? The number to insert x, the position or the index n, and of course the head pointer. So you assign an integer variable pos equal to 0. You create a node called cur, which stands for current. You assign current equal to head. And then while pos less than n, you will move from cur to cur of next. Cur equals cur of next, meaning you are assigning the next node as the current node. So I'll explain this with a picture, it becomes more clear. You increment pos by 1. Once pos is equal to n, you create a node called new node. The data part becomes x. New node of next is current of next is new node. So I know this sounds a little sort of complicated, but it's easy to visualize and understand. So let us say this is 0th position, 1, 2 and 3. Now I want to insert some data at position 2. So I will first create an integer variable pos equal to 0, pos, and then I create a node called cur and I make it point to the head. So this is the head and cur also points here, and my pos is equal to 0. So while pos less than n being 2, I'll make cur equals cur of next. So my pos is 0, meaning it is less than the required index. So my current becomes the next. Cur equals cur of next, meaning the current node moves from where it is to the next node. So if my cur is at 100, it moves to the next, which is 200. Then you increment pos by 1. So pos becomes 1 now. Again, pos is less than 2. So cur is cur of next. You increment pos by 1. So at this point, my cur is here and my pos has become 2, the value I wanted to add. Now what I do is I create a new node and I put the data as x, which is the number I wanted to insert. Then set new node of next is current of next is new node. What does this mean? So my cur is at this point right now and I have a new node somewhere here. This is cur of next and I have a new node here. So now if I want to insert an element here, basically I have to cut this connection and connect this to the new node and this here, right? That is what I am doing. So new node of next becomes current of next. Current of next is this. I am taking that and assigning it as the next to new node. Similarly, current of next becomes new node. So I am cutting this connection essentially, putting a link from this to the new node and from the new node to this. So the basic logic is for insertion at position n, you initialize a variable position to 0. You create a node called cur or current and you start from the head. While your position is less than the required index, you keep moving to the next node and incrementing the position every time you move. Once you have reached the position n, you create a new node separately. The data part becomes x. New node of next is current of next is new node. So now this link has been cut. From this 300 you have a link to the new node, which is say 350. From the 350 you have a link to 500 and you have successfully inserted an element in between.